Indiana Fever won the third game of the WNBA playoffs. Let's get into how they did it. How did they do it? With determination, with grit, aggressive play, communication, and tenacity. That's how the Indiana Fever won this third game of the WNBA Playoffs 2025. Now, granted, the first quarter, both the Indiana Fever and the Atlanta Dream came out for a fight. They came out to battle, and battle they did. It was a good game to watch because we saw two teams that did not want to lose. We saw one team, the Atlanta Dream, playing in their home court. Okay, they did not want to leave there with mud on their face. They didn't want to leave there like that. So they had a fight in them. Indiana Fever had another kind of fight. They have a fight that they've had all along, all regular season long and all along, not to give up. They would not give up. And they knew what it would take to beat the Atlanta Dream. They had to be on their defense. They had to not foul them as often. They had to not send them to that line. They had to really be aggressive in the paint. They had to be confident about their shots and get good looks. And this is what they did. Second quarter, the Dream came in. They're like, no, we're not letting this happen. And they started to apply some of their defense, some of their know-how. But guess what? It wasn't enough because the third quarter and the fourth, the Indiana Fever went for it. They went for it. There is nothing that the Atlanta Dream could do to stop the Indiana Fever. They tried slowing them down, and they did that a bit, but they could not stop them. That's the difference. And every time they could not stop them, every time they caused a foul, every time the Dream messed up, they got more and more frustrated. And what I say before, when you have a team that shows you their frustration on their face, and it plays out in their basketball play, then you got them. And the Dream is one of those teams. The more you pressure them, the more you get under their skin, the more frustration you see on their face, the more that it frustrates their basketball play, which is what the Indiana Fever did. And then third quarter, 20, Fever, 17, Dream. So the Indiana Fever did not give up. They kept pushing and pushing. And then the fourth quarter, 18, Fever, 12 for the Dream. That fourth quarter is usually the quarter where the Fever have a hard time. They've kind of went back and forth with it. But this time, they said, no, 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 no. Not this time. We are not backing down. We're going to have ourselves a win. And they went after it, and they got it. The ending score was 87-85. Take a look. Let's take a look at what happened there. To Lexi. Lexi goes up. There you go. 2 points. Odyssey to Boston. 2 points. 86-85. 7.4. Now the score is 87-85. They try to give it up, but the Dream can't make it. The top scorers for the Dream were Alyssa Gray at 19, Jordan Kennedy at 18, and Ryan Howard at 16. For the Fever, the top three scorers were, of course, Kelsey Mitchell, 24. She was on fire. Kelsey Mitchell was on fire. You could not stop her. She was on fire. And then it was Odyssey Sims with 16 points. And also Aliyah Boston. Aliyah Boston was a fight in that paint with Jones. And she was on it. Okay? There's nothing that Jones could do that could push Aliyah Boston out of the way. She had 14 points. But let's not forget the bench. The bench, Brianna Turner, 2 points. Michaela Timpson, 2 points. Shea Petty, 3 points. And Area Powers, 4 points. And the reason why I mention them is because what little points they made, what little time they had into the game, okay, they actually made a big contribution. Never underestimate the bench. Never underestimate those small moments that turn out to be big moments. And so you have the Indiana Fever now going to the semifinals. Now, some of us that are fans knew that there was a possibility that they were going to get to the semifinals. It all depended on how they were going to play, right? But there's some people out there that had counted out the Indiana Fever when Caitlin Clark got injured, and then when Eri got injured, then when Cunningham got injured, and then when Sid got injured, and then with Chloe got injured. Some people counted out the Indiana Fever. And what did we learn? You should never count out the Indiana Fever. They're resilient. They can bounce back. Their determination that they have, and the heart they play with. You can't count that out. And so this is what brought them to the win. The Indiana Fever stunned the Atlanta Dream and won. Now are in the semifinals. Against who? Las Vegas Aces. That's another video. Okay. All that said, hey, if you have thoughts about the game that you saw with the Indiana Fever and the Dream, let me know in the comment section. Also, hey, this is the time you can subscribe and give me a thumbs up because that helps. And also make sure that you tap the bell because if you do that, you'll be notified when new content is available. So all that said, we're in the semifinals, y'all. Go Fever. Go Fever. Until next time, peace and blessings.